Today I hosted a session on high sensitivity and the highly sensitive person, and it was a very informative session even for me because I was reminded of about a few of my characteristics as a highly sensitive person and about why I behave the way that I do and react the way that I do. A month ago I celebrated my birthday. I'm so glad that I celebrated because I almost didn't. My focus for my birthday, or entering the new chapter of my life, was on goals. And with that in mind, I shifted my focus from celebrating and onto goals. But I knew from the very beginning that I wanted to celebrate. One of the aspects of being highly sensitive is that we have depth of processing. And this means that we weigh outcomes out very deeply, we assess situations, we analyze, and we try to get the best possible outcome. So when presented with a situation or with a scenario, we step back, we weigh all the options, we analyze, and then we try to select the best possible outcome. And this can lead to indecisiveness. And it takes a lot of time in most situations. But the thing about highly sensitive people is that we are very intuitive. That's one of our gifts, is that we have an intuitive nature about ourselves. But because of the depth of processing, we don't always trust this intuition. And also because as highly sensitive people, we may have been told that we were something that we were not, or told not to be too sensitive, and then we questioned our intuition and we may have downplayed it, and that's why we don't trust it. And when we don't trust it, we tend to become indecisive because we're afraid of making the wrong decision. But in my case, from the very beginning, I knew what I wanted. I knew how I wanted to celebrate, I knew where I wanted to celebrate, I knew with whom I wanted to celebrate. But because I didn't trust this intuition, I needed to process the situation, I needed to analyze it, I needed to weigh the situation out, and in my case, I needed to take the full time that I had to do so in order to make the decision. And ultimately, I came up with the same answer that I knew from the very beginning. So what highly sensitive people need to do is to trust on our intuition a little bit more, to trust our gut, and to know that, we do make the right decisions at the end. We need to trust that initial instinct. And if we rely on our intuition, we then don't rely so much on depth of processing. And even though it's good to be cautionary because it means that we're not that reactive, it stops us in a lot of situations, and it leads to us being very indecisive. And it makes us waste a lot of time, and then we can ruminate on decisions thereafter if we feel that this is what we tend to do as highly sensitive people. So if we can learn to trust our intuition a little bit more, it will save us a lot of time and a lot of energy.